Salahuddin, famous Sultan of Egypt and founder of the Ayyubid dynasty, began his military career with a minor role, assisting his uncle. However, soon he proved his ability and was given charge of more important battles. After his uncle's death, he took over as the vizier of the Fatimid Caliphate and waged several wars, gradually increasing his power in the caliphate. In wars against the Christian Crusaders, he achieved great success with the capture of Jerusalem, ending its nearly 9 decades of occupation by the Franks. Saladin was born into a preeminent Kurdish family. On the night of his birth, his father gathered his family and moved to Aleppo, there entering the service of Imad al-Din, the powerful Turkish governor in northern Syria. Growing up in Baalbek and Damascus, Saladin was apparently an undistinguished youth, with a greater taste for religious studies than military training. His formal career began when he joined the staff of his uncle Asad al-Din, an important military commander under the Emir Nur al-Din, who was the son and successor of Zangi. During 3 military expeditions led by Asad al-Din into Egypt, to prevent its falling to the Latin Christians, rulers of the Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem, a complex 3-way struggle developed between Amalric I, the king of Jerusalem, Shawar, the powerful vizier of the Egyptian Fatimid Caliph, and Shirkuh. After Shirkuh's death, and after ordering Shawar's assassination, Saladin, in 1169, aged 31, was appointed both commander of the Syrian troops in Egypt and vizier of the Fatim Caliph. His relatively quick rise to power must be attributed not only to the clannish nepotism of his Kurdish family, but also to his own emerging talents. As vizier of Egypt, he received the title king, although he was generally known as the Sultan. Having made himself Sultan of Egypt, Saladin united the Muslims of Syria and then advanced against the Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem. The Christians met him in a great battle near the Lake of Galilee. It ended in the defeat of their army and the capture of their king. Even the Holy Cross, which they carried in the midst of the fight, became the spoil of Saladin the Muslim conqueror. Saladin quickly reaped the fruits of victory. The Christian cities of Syria surrendered to him, and at last Jerusalem itself surrendered after a short siege, leaving few possessions, which the Crusaders had previously won in the east. The news of the taking of Jerusalem led to the cry for another crusade. The 3 greatest rulers of Europe, King Philip Augustus of France, King Richard I of England, and the German Emperor Frederick Barbarossa, assumed the cross and set out, each at the head of a large army, for the recovery of the holy city of Jerusalem. Saladin was renowned for his knightly virtues, which matched those of Richard the Lionheart. When Richard the Lionheart was sick with a fever, Saladin, knowing that he was poorly supplied with delicacies, sent him a gift of the choicest fruits of the land. On another occasion, when Richard's horse has been killed in battle, Saladin sent a fine Arabian steed as a present for his rival. For 2 years, Richard the Lionheart and Saladin were involved in almost daily combat in the crusade attempts to capture Jerusalem from the Muslims. Richard the Lionheart remained for longer in the Holy Land than the other leaders of the Crusades. King Richard the Lionheart and Sultan Saladin finally concluded a truce by the terms of which Christians were permitted to visit Jerusalem without paying tribute, that they should have free access to the holy places and remain in undisturbed possessions of the coast from Jaffa to Tyre. King Richard the Lionheart then set sail for England, and with his departure from the Holy Land the Third Crusade came to an end, leaving Jerusalem still in the possession of Sultan Saladin and the Muslims. Soon the long campaigning seasons and the endless hours in the saddle caught up with him, and he died. While his relatives were already scrambling for pieces of the empire, his friends found that the most powerful and most generous ruler in the Muslim world had not left enough money to pay for his grave. Saladin's family continued to rule over Egypt and neighboring lands as the Ayyubid dynasty, which succumbed to the Mamluk dynasty in 1215.